Between stimulus and response, there is a space. In that space lies our power to choose our response. In our response lies our growth and our freedom. Viktor Frankl. Every day we face countless decisions, some big, some small. Should I speak up in class? Should I text them back right away? What should I do next with my life? These choices shape who we are and the life we live. But how often do we stop and honestly think before we act? Today, we will explore how you can master that space between what happens to you and how you respond. By the end of this video, you'll have 20 powerful techniques to help you pause, reflect, and make wiser decisions, no matter what life throws at you. If you've ever regretted a hasty decision or wondered why things didn't turn out as you'd hoped, this video is for you. We're not just talking about big, life-changing decisions here. This is about the everyday choices that define who you become. Think about the last time you got into an argument with a friend or family member. Maybe you said something in the heat of the moment that you later wished you could take back. What if you had taken a moment to pause, to think before speaking? That pause could have changed everything. The power to make better decisions lies in our ability to pause and think. Today we'll dive into ancient Stoics methods to sharpen their minds and make decisions that led to better outcomes, not just for themselves, but for those around them. Seneca once said, "Nothing is more honorable than a grateful heart, and nothing is more powerful than a mind that takes the time to consider its actions." We'll cover techniques like the 5-second rule, the 24-hour rule, and more, each designed to help you create that crucial space where wisdom can thrive. Let's get started. The power of pause. The first step to making better decisions is simple: pause. Learning to pause is like finding a secret superpower in a world that pushes us to act quickly. Method 1. The 5-second rule. Let's start with the 5-second rule. Count down from 5 when you feel the urge to act, whether it's sending a text, saying something in a heated moment, or making a snap decision. This quick pause allows your mind to catch up with your emotions. Imagine you're about to reply to a message that annoys you. Instead of firing off a response, take 5 seconds. In that time, you'll often realize that your initial reaction isn't the best one. Remember what Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. The 5-second rule helps you take control of your mind before it controls you. Method 2. The 24-hour rule. For bigger decisions, there's the 24-hour rule. This technique is about waiting a full day before making a major decision. Whether it's deciding on a big purchase, choosing your next step in life, or resolving a conflict, giving yourself 24 hours allows emotions to settle and more precise thinking to emerge. Next time you're unsure about something big, hold off for a day. You'll often find that what seemed urgent now feels more manageable, and you'll have a better sense of the right choice. As the philosopher Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Pausing before you act lets you choose your reaction wisely. Perspective-shifting techniques. Sometimes the best way to make a wise decision is to see things from a different angle. Changing your perspective can reveal options you didn't notice before. Method 3. The view from above. The first technique is called the view from above. Imagine zooming out on your life like you're watching it from space. From this distance, the things that feel overwhelming shrink in importance. This method helps you focus on what truly matters. Let's say you're stressed about a test or a tough conversation with a friend. Picture yourself looking at the situation from above. How important will this be in a month, a year? What seems huge up close is often just a small part of your bigger story. As Seneca reminds us, time heals what reason cannot. When you step back and view your problems from afar, you gain clarity and can make better choices. Method 4. The role reversal. Another technique is the role reversal. Simply put, it's about seeing the situation through someone else's eyes. Ask yourself how a friend, mentor, or stranger would see this. Next time you're stuck in a dilemma, think about what advice you would give someone else in your shoes. Or consider how someone you respect might approach the situation. This shift can reveal solutions you hadn't considered. As the philosopher Aristotle said, knowing yourself is the beginning of all wisdom. You can better understand your mind and choices by looking at your decisions from another's perspective. Emotional management. Emotions can cloud our judgment, leading to decisions we later regret. Learning to manage emotions is key to making wiser choices. Method 5. Name the emotion. Here, the first technique is to name the emotion you're feeling. When you're upset, anxious, or frustrated, pause and ask yourself, what am I feeling right now? Naming the emotion reduces its power over you. Think about a time you were angry, maybe after a disagreement. Instead of letting that anger drive your actions, pause and say to yourself, I'm angry. Acknowledging it helps you step back and respond more calmly. Epictetus wisely said, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Naming your emotions is the first step to controlling your reactions. Method 6. The Stoic's pause. The following technique is the Stoic's pause. Before responding to any situation, take a deep breath. This brief pause allows your rational mind to catch up with your emotions, giving you the clarity to choose your response wisely. Next time someone says something that triggers you, take a deep breath before you react. You'll find that in just those few seconds, you can prevent saying or doing something you might regret. Remember Marcus Aurelius's words, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. The Stoic's pause gives you that strength, helping you act with reason rather than emotion. Rational analysis. You need to balance your emotions with rational analysis to make wise decisions. This chapter introduces techniques to help you evaluate your choices with clarity and logic. Method 7. The pros and cons list. Start with a classic, the pros and cons list. Write down the benefits and drawbacks of each option. This simple tool helps you visualize your choices and weigh their potential outcomes. When you're deciding whether to take on a new project or make a big purchase, list the pros and cons. Seeing it all laid out makes it easier to see which option truly serves your goals and values. As Aristotle said, the more you know, the more you realize you don't know. A pros and cons list helps bridge that gap by clarifying your knowledge and uncertainties. Method 8. The worst-case scenario. Another technique is considering the worst-case scenario. Think about the worst possible outcome of your decision and how you would handle it. This reduces fear and helps you prepare for potential challenges. Before making a major decision, such as applying to a new college or moving to a new city, imagine the worst-case scenario. How would you cope with it? This perspective can make the actual decision seem less daunting. As Seneca said, the greatest obstacle to living is expectancy, which hangs upon tomorrow and loses today. By facing the worst-case scenario, you remove the fear of the unknown, allowing you to act confidently. Values and principles. Wise decisions are grounded in your core values and principles. This chapter will show you how to ensure your choices align with what truly matters to you. Method 9. The integrity check. Start by performing an integrity check. Ask yourself if the decision aligns with your personal values and principles. It might not be the right choice if it conflicts with your core beliefs. If you're considering whether to join a group or engage in an activity that doesn't align with your values, ask yourself, does this fit who I am and what I stand for? Ensuring alignment with your values prevents internal conflict and regret. As Mahatma Gandhi wisely said, the best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. Ensuring your decisions align with your values helps you stay true to yourself. Method 10. The Would I Respect Myself test. Another useful method is the Would I Respect Myself test before making a decision. Consider whether you would be proud of your choice if it were to become public knowledge. This test ensures you act with integrity and self-respect. Imagine facing a choice that could benefit you personally but might not be ethical. Ask yourself if you would respect your decision if others knew about it. This perspective helps you choose actions that align with your self-respect and principles. As the philosopher Confucius said, the superior man is modest in his speech but exceeds in his actions. By making decisions that reflect your true self, you live in alignment with your principles and set an example for others. Seeking counsel. Sometimes wisdom comes from others. Seeking counsel from trusted individuals can provide new perspectives and help you make better decisions. Method 11. The mentor's advice. Start by consulting a mentor or someone you respect. They have experience and insight that can guide you through complex decisions. A mentor's advice often brings clarity and helps you avoid common pitfalls. If you're considering a major decision, like choosing a career path or handling a personal challenge, seek advice from someone who has been through similar situations. Their experience can offer valuable guidance and help you see the options more clearly. As Socrates famously said, "The only true wisdom is in knowing you know nothing." Consulting a mentor allows you to tap into their knowledge and avoid making decisions based solely on your limited perspective. Method 12. The two heads are better than one approach. Another technique is the two heads are better than one approach. Discuss your decision with trusted friends or advisors. They can offer different viewpoints and help you consider aspects you might have overlooked. Before making a big decision, gather input from a few trusted individuals. Each person's perspective can highlight different angles and considerations, leading to a more balanced and informed choice. As the philosopher Lao Tzu said, "A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step." Getting advice from others helps you take that first step wisely, ensuring your journey is guided by collective wisdom rather than just your own. Seeking counsel doesn't mean you're weak. It means you value diverse perspectives and are open to learning from others. By incorporating their insights, you strengthen your decision-making process and increase your chances of success. Reflecting on past decisions. Looking back on past decisions can offer valuable lessons. This chapter explores how reflecting on your previous choices can improve future decision-making. Method 13. The post-mortem analysis. Begin with the post-mortem analysis. After making a decision, review the outcome and process. Ask yourself what went well, what didn't, and what you can learn from it. This reflection helps you understand your decision-making patterns and improve over time. Consider a recent choice that didn't turn out as expected, maybe a project that failed or a plan that fell through. Analyze what led to the outcome and identify areas for improvement. This helps you avoid repeating the same mistakes. As John Dewey said, "We do not learn from experience. We learn from reflecting on experience." Reflecting on your past decisions transforms experience into wisdom, guiding better choices in the future. Method 14. The future self-reflection. Another technique is the future self-reflection. Imagine looking back at the decision you're about to make 5 years from now. Consider how you will feel about this choice in the long term and whether it aligns with your long-term goals. Before making a significant decision, think about how you'll view it from the perspective of your future self. Will you see it as a wise choice or wish you had acted differently? This perspective helps align your decisions with your long-term aspirations. As Lao Tzu wisely advised, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now. Reflecting on past decisions helps you plant the seeds for a better future, ensuring you act wisely today. Reflecting on past decisions helps you learn from your experiences and make more informed choices. You create a path towards wiser decision-making by analyzing what worked and what didn't, and considering how your future self will view your decisions. Avoiding common biases. Biases and cognitive distortions often sway our decisions. This chapter will explore techniques to recognize and counteract these biases, leading to more objective and sound choices. Method 15. Identifying confirmation bias. Start by identifying confirmation bias. This bias leads us to favor information that supports our pre-existing beliefs and ignore contrary evidence. To counteract it, actively seek out opposing viewpoints and challenge your assumptions. If you're considering buying a new phone and only focus on reviews that praise it, you're falling into confirmation bias. Look for reviews highlighting potential downsides to get a balanced view before deciding. Albert Einstein noted, "The measure of intelligence is the ability to change." Recognizing and challenging your biases increases your ability to make informed and intelligent decisions. Method 16. The pre-mortem technique. Another effective technique is the pre-mortem technique. Imagine your decision has failed and work backwards to identify potential reasons why. This helps you foresee possible pitfalls and avoid them before they become problems. Before finalizing a major decision like choosing a college or investing in a new project, conduct a pre-mortem. List possible reasons for failure and devise strategies to address those issues. This proactive approach enhances your decision's likelihood of success. As the philosopher Nassim Nicholas Taleb said, the opposite of success is not failure, but instead being stuck in the same place. The pre-mortem technique helps you move forward with a more robust plan, avoiding stagnation due to overlooked risks. Method 17. The blind spot technique. Lastly, employ the blind spot technique. Blind spots are areas where our perception is limited or distorted. To counter this, actively seek feedback from others who might see things you don't. When making a significant choice, such as negotiating a contract or planning a big event, ask for feedback from diverse perspectives. Their insights can reveal hidden risks or opportunities you might have missed. As Socrates wisely said, "The unexamined life is not worth living." Seeking feedback and identifying biases ensure your decisions are well examined, leading to better outcomes and personal growth. Avoiding common biases involves recognizing your cognitive distortions and actively seeking diverse perspectives. By identifying confirmation bias, using the pre-mortem technique, and addressing blind spots, you make decisions based on a more transparent and objective understanding. Embracing uncertainty. Uncertainty is an unavoidable part of life. Embracing it rather than fearing it can lead to more confident and effective decision-making. This chapter explores methods to manage and utilize uncertainty. Method 18. The what-if game. Begin with the what-if game. This technique involves asking what-if questions to explore various scenarios and their potential outcomes. By anticipating different possibilities, You prepare yourself for uncertainty and make more informed decisions. Suppose you're deciding whether to start a new hobby or job. Ask yourself, what if it succeeds? And what if it fails? You can better prepare for potential challenges and opportunities by considering both positive and negative outcomes. As Charles Darwin observed, it is not the strongest of the species that survive, nor the most intelligent, but the one most responsive to change. Embracing uncertainty and preparing for various outcomes makes you more adaptable and resilient. Method 19. The best, worst, most likely analysis. Another valuable method is the best, worst, most likely analysis. Consider the best possible, worst possible, and most likely outcome for any decision. This helps you balance optimism with realism. When facing a significant decision, such as choosing a career path, moving to a new city, or choosing a life partner, analyze the best-case scenario, the worst-case scenario, and what's most likely to happen. This balanced view helps you prepare for various potential outcomes. As Rainer Maria Rilke said, "The only journey is the one within." Understanding and accepting uncertainty is a journey that enhances your inner resilience and decision-making skills. Method 20. The decision tree approach. Finally, use the decision tree approach. Create a visual map of your decision with different branches representing possible choices and their outcomes. This visual representation helps clarify the potential consequences and aids in making more structured decisions. To decide whether to pursue a new project, draw a decision tree with branches for each option and potential outcomes. This visual aid helps you systematically weigh the pros and cons, reducing uncertainty and enhancing clarity. As Heraclitus wisely noted, change is the only constant in life. By embracing uncertainty and using tools like the what-if game, best, worst, most likely analysis, and the decision tree approach, you make decisions that adapt to change and uncertainty effectively. Embracing uncertainty involves preparing for various scenarios and using structured methods to navigate the unknown. Techniques like the what-if game, best, worst, most likely, analysis, and the decision tree approach help you make informed decisions in the face of uncertainty. Mastering the art of wise decisions. It's crucial to employ techniques encompassing introspection and practical strategies to make wise decisions. We've explored methods for managing emotions, analyzing decisions rationally, aligning choices with personal values, seeking advice, reflecting on past decisions, avoiding biases, embracing uncertainty, and effectively implementing and reviewing decisions. Now, it's time for you to put these principles into action. Reflect on your recent decisions and identify areas where these techniques can be applied. Start small, perhaps by implementing an action plan for a current goal or using the what-if game to explore a new opportunity. As Winston Churchill wisely said, to improve is to change. To be perfect is to change often. Embrace the process of decision-making as an ongoing journey of growth and refinement. Each choice is a step towards greater wisdom and personal development. Remember, mastering the art of decision-making is a continuous process. Keep learning, stay open to new perspectives, and apply these techniques consistently. Your journey to making wiser decisions will enhance your life and inspire those around you. Thank you for joining me on this exploration of wise decision-making. I hope you found these methods valuable and that they empower you to approach your choices with greater confidence and clarity. Remember, every decision you make is a building block towards the life you aspire to create. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and share with others who might benefit from these insights. Drop your thoughts or questions in the comments. I'd love to hear how these techniques work for you.